And just like that, folks, we are back. Here's the beers. And cheers.
Cheers to beers.
Cheers to jeers. Right? Isn't that the saying? Cheers to jeers? I don't know what jeers are, but...
It's like cheers.
Oh, now it makes sense. Yeah. Mind blown.
There you go.
Alright, moving on. I got this from a guy. Had to blow him off, but he gave it to me. Metroid 2.
I love that game.
Return of Samus.
I really do.
On the Game Boy.
I played through it as a kid, and then when I replayed it on like an emulator years ago, I had to use a map, and it felt like cheating. And then I think it was 2 years ago or something, I replayed it on the original cart, on an original Game Boy and the Super Game Boy. No cheating at all, and I loved it. It still holds up. AM2R though?
Still have not played that. I still have not played AM2R. I know. But now I think I have some sort of a solution. Can you play it on a... Probably can. You have to play it on like a Windows or Linux based.
Yeah, but I could mail you a PC that plugs into your RGB monitor so you can play it in 240p.
I have a Retro Pi. Can I play it on that?
No, unfortunately not.
Fuck! You fucked me again, AM2R!
Hey.
It's good to get fucked by that game. You know what's not good to get fucked by? Oh no! You know what's not a good game to get fucked by? Curious George, because he's got AIDS and he's a monkey.
There's a fucking Curious George game?
Yes, and guess what? It is 480p. And that's why I bought it. And because I've never seen this game.
Weird.
Which is even weirder is Curious George, dude. He's a force to be reckoned with.
I wonder if you play as the man in the yellow hat or as Curious George or as both.
That is, I wonder if you like hunt him down.
I mean, I don't actually want to play it to try. I was just curious, but that's as far as I want to go.
Ah, he was curious. Bisexual.
I didn't even realize that. All right.
Yeah. Random Blu-ray, Pirates of the Caribbean, the first one. I think it's
the best one, definitely.
No, number 2 with what is it, Dead Man's Chest or whatever.
I like the original best.
No, I actually, this one actually hasn't been opened either.
Oh, sweet.
But, you know, I just downloaded Pirate illegally. But, hey, if you're listening, Charter, I won't for the next 60 days. I'm sorry for the last 2 incidences. I thought Pure Block would help, but apparently it doesn't. Oh, what is this? Random Wii U Madden 08 blank boot disc. No.
You gonna save that for a Hidden Gems video?
Yeah, Hidden
5
Gems,
years
man. I already have it complete. Apparently I already had it.
Top 10 Hidden Gem Madden games for the Wii U.
We got the Wii U Pro Controller. No, it's not a Wii U Pro Controller. I'm sorry,
it's a
folks.
Switch Pro.
It's Switch Pro Controller. You gotta switch it up.
See, I was gonna buy that, but I'm really looking forward to the 8-bit do Switch Pro Controller.
I saw that. The
kind of looks like a SNES controller and everything.
SG30, something like that. My retro store I go to, they got a couple in, but I wasn't really sure. Because I hadn't seen a review of any of them. Wink, wink.
Ooh, you gotta get around to that.
Call of Duty! Call of Duty! What the war? It's a very good game. It's a video game you like. You want to play?
I've never played any of this.
It's on the Wii. It's terrible. It is like the worst resolution. No blood. It's World War friggin' Korean? No. World at War, right? Korean War? I mean, I fought a lot of... I'm not gonna speak anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stop myself right there before I offend anyone.
Moving along.
Yes, move it along right to Build-A-Bear Workshop on the Wii.
Yeah, we can skip right past that one.
Okay. I think that one was kind of an obscure...
What do you do with
Could
those?
be a hidden gem.
What do you do with those weird ones?
I just resell them.
That's what I thought.
People that try to go for like complete collections or just obscure weird stuff, they love that stuff. Like Kessen 2 on the original PlayStation 2. It's more like Dynasty Warriors, stuff like that. I don't know. Here's another game I have nothing about, is the Wii U Wii Fit U. Wii Fit.
Same as Wii Fit, but on the Wii U.
But we fit you with what? We fit you with my cock. That's what she's doing. She's putting it up like this. Anyways, Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Do you know Yu-Gi-Oh?
No.
I don't know anything about it either. It's made by Konami. I did play it back in the day on the GBA.
I think that was right after our generation. I think we had discovered beer and other things.
Yeah,
when
I
Yu-Gi-Oh
was
came out,
in the Marine Corps and I was stationed in places and very far away in the middle of nowhere, so I played a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! I played a lot of Final Fantasy Tactics, Advance, right? Yes, I did. It was good. We laughed. Amazon game that I'm thinking is probably rolling around right now.
Oh.
But it's, yeah, Assault Suit Lanos. Lanos? Looked like it was a pretty cool game.
So you bought that game specifically to play on your PS4, not to like collect or resell?
No, I'm gonna play this. Oh, there's a lot of games. Not in this box.
How many games did you buy? Do you actually play?
Not in this box, folks. I probably have about 5 or 6 PlayStation 4 games that have not been opened.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. But it looked fun. It looked like, what's that? Cyborg something? Cyborg something on the Super Nintendo, which is also Vulcan something on the Super Famicom. Final Fantasy X something, Type O HD, got out of a pawn shop, put it down, and then you'll hit the flop.
Yeah.
But it did come with a copy of Marvel Superheroes on the Wii U. This I got in a bundle, actually. I bought all their loose Wii U games that they had at the store. We're talking Smash Brothers, Mario, and they only wanted $1 per disc for that. But because they had a $10 minimum, I had to buy this, which, you know, I've heard it's mixed. I heard it's a PSP game that was ported to the PlayStation 4. So, whatevs. We got a couple cartridge games for all you cartridge fanatics.
Hell yeah.
Best snowboarding game ever, 1080 Snowboarding on the N64. Work your body, work your body, work your body, work your body. You know that, if you ever played that game. And of course, Blackthorn on the Super Nintendo.
That game drove me nuts.
Right?
I liked it, but whenever you press fire, he would take out a shotgun and go. So you'd have to plan a couple seconds ahead.
And he would do it behind him, or...
He could shoot behind him or in front of him, but you have to... It was very, like...
And he hid in the shadows.
He walked like the original Prince of Persia game.
Exactly.
So it wasn't running like Mario. You had to plan out each step. It was strange. It got really hard towards the end, too.
It did.
I never beat it. I got very close, but I never beat it.
Nicktoons. Don't know anything about it. Looked like it was fun. I think I got it for nothing. The Walking Dead on the Vita. I got it for nothing.
Is that a game or just the...
No, it's the Telltale Games complete first season on the Vita that I got at a Goodwill.
Yeah, that was actually pretty good.
Factory pretty sealed, so... I don't know, on the Vita I think it might be collectible. Ooh, what's this? Stack of music CDs.
Star Fox soundtrack?
Star Fox 64. These are all picked up at a Value Village for less than 80 cents a piece. They're all complete.
Oh, wow.
We got Zelda Twilight Princess. Robotech Battle Cry, which is a GameCube, I think PS2, Xbox game. Dragon Ball Z. I think this is the Bio Broly music. It says music collection, but it's actually a legit music CD. It's got a catalog number and everything, so it's all obviously, I think, either in Korean. I think it's Korean because I live in a very large population of Korean people. I'm guessing it's Korean because it does not look Japanese. We got
a lot of the Korean consoles and games were released under different names, under completely different release schedules. I'm actually going to be doing an interview with somebody, hopefully by the end of the year, who's like a Korean game expert. Obviously, he's from South Korea. But yeah, that shit really interests me.
You should ask him about the Tianli Sega VCD.
You know, it's from China, which is a different country, right?
I'm actually thinking of Taiwan. I think it was a Taiwan-based company that sold their product in China. Yes, and Korea is like over there. I'm a dumb American.
It happens.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Music to duel by. I want to fuck by this music, so
Ooh.
I'm gonna try to slip it in there. You know, when I'm slipping it to the missus.
Well, I guess if you're a furry, that would work.
Yeah, all right. Digimon the movie. It's all about furries.
Yeah.
I don't know why I picked this up. I didn't like Digimon. It was more like trying to be edgy Pokemon. The Donkey Kong 64 soundtrack from Media Play. Wow, they're not even around anymore. Remember that Media Play? The Suncoast Music and stuff like that. They're kinda like that. I think they're like that. And Sonic Adventure 2, which I played a shit ton, and I'm sure it's got some pretty good tracks like Rumbling Highway, and it doesn't matter.
You know, I actually, when I was a kid, I ripped the music from the Sonic CD soundtrack, and there's still like two songs that I'd leave on my iPod that kind of like pop up in random mode every now and then. I love them. And it's not the theme song, like Sonic Boom.
Sonic Boom.
No, it's not that. It's a couple of random ones. But.
This game I had wanted for a while, and I did not pay full price. I had enough. I had spent enough at the store.
Whoa, price tag.
I had spent enough at the store to get $50 knocked off of this. So, yeah, it still hurt, but for $80, finally got a copy of Demon's Crest.
Is it a good game?
Never played it.
Is it role-playing, action?
It's an action platformer by Capcom. So you play as Firebrand, and you have to go around trying to recollect all your powers. And you know, it's got a lot of good music, and gameplay is pretty solid. From what I see, because I don't play games, folks, I just collect them. Speaking of collecting, last but not least,
Bubble wrap.
I spent a pretty penny on this.
Oh,
and
boy.
don't. If you're young, let's say under 20, no, if you're under 30, you probably don't have a lot of disposable income, or at least I didn't at the time. Now I do, and now I spend a lot of my disposable income on stuff like the Turbo Express.
Whoa!
Fully capped, audio has been fixed. Believe it's a new screen, everything. I would show you, but the damn thing runs off of like infinity batteries.
300 batteries.
It's 6 AA batteries. That's just too much. And you probably only get about 20 minutes. I have tested it. It does work. But yeah, the price tag on this was $350 for a handheld TurboGrafx.
Is that what you paid for it?
I get 20% knocked off. And then I get another 10% knocked off of that. So I think I paid $280 for it, which is pretty, you know, if you're going to buy one on eBay, you're going to pay about $300.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. Also, if you buy it on eBay, sure as fuck, make sure they do a recap audio fix, because that's the number one thing you're going to have problems with.
Actually.
Uh-oh.
Here we go with this one. eBay modders, quote unquote eBay modders, have been notoriously awful. I have seen some of the most garbage, embarrassing work ever. I would, if possible, I would actually recommend buying an unmodded, unopened one and sending it to a reputable modder, somebody that actually knows what they're doing. I've seen these things opened up. I've seen caps replaced with the wrong ones. People don't realize that goop underneath the old caps is actually the fluid, the electrolytic fluid that's eating away the traces, which could literally, like, I'm not like scary news to you, like that could actually rot out your motherboard and it won't work anymore. So yeah, if somebody's legitimately selling modded Turbo Expresses, get pictures of the insides, pictures of the mods, make sure, you know, and if they don't want to send you pictures of the mods, it's probably because they did a shit job on it. So.
And I bought this from my retro store, and I know the guy who does the mods, and he actually even told me he wanted to open it up and sign it himself to, you know, in the future. So
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, he's done a lot of Atari 2600 and ColecoVision type mods, and I've seen his work. He makes his own arcade sticks for the Atari 2600 that are like made out of like fabricated steel and stuff like that. So he's actually thinking about doing a Kickstarter to make his own. Actually, I should probably get in touch with him to pass it along to you.
Yeah. So
when it comes out, or when he actually goes to the funding stage of it, we can actually get some traction. But it's really well quality. And honestly, folks, that's a lot for this video. So we're all gonna have to go. You have to go. I don't care where you're coming from. I don't care where you gotta go. But you can't stay here, because I ain't got no more beer for you.
I do need a refill.
As always, if you like what you saw, leave a comment below. What have you guys been picking up? Have you seen anything out there in the wild that has just eluded you? Or did you see something in this video that makes no sense whatsoever? I gotta make one simple request. You head on over to Bob's channel, RetroRGB.com. That's his website. And I believe it's also his YouTube channel where he does
Twitter, Facebook, Instacrap, whatever.
Instacrap. He does weekly updates or weekly retro round table. Is that what it's called? Roundup? It's the weekly roundup.
Weekly podcast on YouTube and iTunes and all that stuff that for everything that's going on in the retro gaming world. And a bunch of friends of mine and I do. They call it the Retro Roundtable once a month, and that gets really fucking nerdy. So if you don't like the super nerdy stuff, skip that one. If you love it, you kind of would probably enjoy that more than the weekly one. So, yeah.
So, as always, Go a Hunter. This guy. He's a fucking nerd.
It's hard to do the metal horns and power glove.
Yeah, you just resurrected Jesus. Alright guys, it's gonna have to do it for this video. As always, check you later. Stay thrifty, stay swifty, and get jiggy with it. Get jiggy with it.